Welcome to 88tuition. All right, my name is Ben Ong here, your math teacher for the night, and actually the math teacher for 88tuition lah. Still hanging there. All right, so today we'll be doing a little bit about lower secondary math, which includes Sec 1, Sec 2. So I'll be covering Sec 1 fractions. The Sec 2 can take it as a revision because you need that. All right, Sec 2 got algebraic fractions also. For the Sec 2 topics, the Sec 1, just take it as advanced learning. All right, eventually you have to learn that. And if your teacher asks about it, hey, you know. All right, it actually motivates you to become better also. All right, so moving on to something like algebra. All right. If you can have your worksheet with you, that would be incredible. So whatever I do, you can actually follow me. All right. Or some of you, even better, you have seen through the worksheet and you know what to expect. Good job. You guys are amazing. All right. Next thing, if you can have your stationery, will be good because sometimes you'll be doing a bit of cancelling and all this, a bit of the cross factorization. If you have different colors, it makes your worksheet a little bit more exciting. If not, black and blue and white color background, a bit boring lah, but it's okay. All right, it's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. And of course, if you can have your calculator, Sally is always right beside me. Yes, my calculator is called Sally, just in case you don't know. All right, if you can have your calculator with you, that would be incredible. And of course, if you can have your focus and attention on me for the next 3 hours, it would be great. All right. So out of the 3 hours, I just need your focus for 1.5 hours will do. All right. So moving on, let's talk about algebraic fractions. Okay, so down here, right, when we talk about algebraic fractions, there's a couple of rules to remember, huh? All right, so in between terms, all right, multiplication must be there. All right, multiplication must be there to separate the terms. Well, what do I mean? What do I mean? For example, 20m squared. Do you know what is in between the 20 and the m squared? It's actually the multiplication. Do you know that? All right, so they never write means it's a multiplication. So for example, they write 3a. What does 3a represents? 3a actually represents 3 times a. Can you see that? All right, so sometimes we don't write the times. We don't write the times. All right, we don't write these times. So we simply write it as 3a. But you need to know that there's a hidden multiplication in between. All right, so in between terms, multiplication must be there when you do your cancellation or when you do your fractions. It's very important. So in between the 5m cubed is also a multiplication. Can you see not? So all these are multiplication in the center. That's good. Okay, then how? Hey, Cher, in primary school, I don't know how to do divide. Yes, at this moment, I also don't know how to do divide. So in primary 5, we learn something. Or some of you are taught in primary 6. Stay, change, flip. Stay, change, flip. So down here, we write as 20m squared over 3n. Stay, change the sign from divide to times. Flip, stay, change, flip. So now your 51n squared will be on top and your 5m cubed will be below. Then in primary 4, primary 5, they teach you how to what? To cancel, right? So whatever on top and below, if there's some similar multiplication, you can actually cancel. For example, 20 and 5. 20 and 5 belongs to the 5 timetable. So divide by 5, divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is a 1. 20 divided by 5 is a 4. Hey, what else? 3 and 51? I think so. Press your calculator. Can 51 divide by 3? Yes, it's a 17. Amazing. So this one, divide by 3, divide by 3. 51 divided by 3 is a 17. So we settle all the numbers. So usually I will do systematically. I will attack the number first. When the numbers is over, I will attack the alphabets. So which one should I attack? So here I have I have n. On top, I have n squared. N squared means nn. All right, n squared means nn. So I cancel one of this. Is that okay? And m squared. What's the meaning of m squared? M squared means mm. M cubed means mmm. All right, so I cancel mm and I cancel this 3. All right, because mmm, I cancel left with one m. So what is left on top? As you can see, what is left on top is simply your 4 times 17. All right, 4 times 17, press your calculator. That will give you a 68. All right, it will give you a 68. And what else? The alphabet N is still here. All right, and the bottom, 1 times 1 is a 1, and there's an m below. So this is your answer. Voila. All right, Alex got a question. Does the algebraic fraction always ends in fraction? No. All right, sometimes it cancels nicely. It gives you a whole number. It's possible. All right, but this one gives you a fraction. So that's how you simplify. But remember to check, in between terms, multiplication must be there. Okay, moving on to the next question. Children, if maybe if you think that I'm going a little bit too fast, right, you can actually take your handphone, take a picture of the solution. All right, because there's a lot of questions to do, and I want to try to finish on time. So if you can take a picture of the solution, and later on then you put it back into your worksheet also can, if you prefer it that way, can. Or worst come to worst, don't worry about it. By Monday, right, this lesson is being recorded. My face, my voice will be recorded, not your face. Don't worry about it. This lesson will be put up into your lesson plan. So you can scroll all the way to the lesson plan. The last lesson will be this lesson. It's a recorded lesson. So in any case, if you miss out something, you can actually go back there to check it out. Is that okay? All right. So looking at this, oh no, so many things. And they are all separated by multiplication. X cubed times y squared times z squared. 3 times y cubed. 3 times w4 times x times z. All separated by times. Very safe. Can cancel. Okay. My school teacher taught us in different way. 20 times 51 is 1020. 3 times 5 is 15. 1020 divided by 15 is 68. Okay. So you're using a different method. Okay. Some of the teachers, they consolidate everything. Later, I'll show you his method. Right. There's another student who give a very fantastic method. Later, I'll show that method. Can? All right. So down here, right? Actually, I will show it now. This question. Okay, come. So before I do anything, I see the divide. Oh, divide scary. What you do? Stay, change, flip. So this power of 3, right, belongs to x. This power of 2 belongs to y. This power of 2 belongs to z. Over 3. This power of 4 belongs to w. And x and z is just side by side. Stay, change, divide, change to times, flip. So you will have your 15 on top, your x, and the power of 3 belongs to the z alone. This is your 3, and the power of y, the power of 3 belongs to the y. So what did one of our students say? All right, the teacher teach me another method, which is to consolidate, which is a good method. I love it also, is to consolidate. What's the meaning of consolidate? Numerator times numerator, one answer. Denominator times denominator, one answer. Then after that, then you cancel. So what do you have on top? Numerator times numerator. So 15 times, down here never write, is a 1. 15 times 1 is a 15. X times x cubed. X, and an x will give you an x4. Y squared is here. I will put them in alphabetical order actually. And down here, z squared and z cubed. Z. So total got z5. Can you follow? Over. All right, so you're consolidating all of them together. Denominator times denominator. 3 times 3 is a 9. All right, I will follow alphabetical order. X first. There's one x below down here. And after that, y cubed. Y cubed is here. So you just got to put them side by side. After y is z. Oh, how about my w? Oh, w comes before x. I've forgotten. So w here. Can you see? So in a way, you are trying to take the numerator times the numerator, denominator times denominator. All right, you're trying to consolidate them. So now what you do? You can start to cancel. Numbers and numbers first. 15 and 9, they are part of the 3 time table. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Can? Next color. X and x4 and x. X means 1x. x4 means x. So you cancel this one, you're left with 3 on top. Okay. Next one, y squared and y cubed. You cancel the entire y squared and you're left with a y below. Z5 and Z, you cancel the entire Z, you're left with a Z4 on top. Ooh, Z4, it's a nice car. Okay, so what's the final answer? What is left is a 5. X is with a cube. Y squared is gone. Down here is a Z4. Below is a 3. The W4 is still there. The Y is still there. And voila, this is the answer. So you can do it this method also, nothing wrong, it's perfectly okay. All right, you can go ahead and kiss cross like that. and cancel also can. Or you can try to consolidate them and do it systematically. No problem. All right, whichever is comfortable. But I want to say that this method is much more safer. All right. So maybe for sec 1, you go for the safer method. Right. So you consolidate them first, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Is that okay? All right. So moving on. All right, as I say, right, for those who just came in, right, if you think that I'm going a little bit too fast, take your camera and take a picture of this. All right, so that you can later update it into your worksheet. Cool? Okay. So moving forward, question 1C. Oh, what is this? Don't worry, children. Ask yourself, this square is for who? This square is for everybody inside the bracket. Everybody, I'm serious. 3. 3 squared means 3 times 3. It's not 6, please. All right, A squared means A times A is A squared. B squared means B times B is B squared. Even the C below, C times C, C squared. So the square bracket means for everybody. Everybody will receive the power of 2. Times is here, 5AC. And we have the 6B below. And what you do? Stay, change, flip. Stay, change, flip. Divide becomes times, flip. 8B, the 5 belongs to B. And 15, A squared, the square belongs to A. Like that. So what do we do? Can we use the method of consolidation? Yes, we can. All right, let's use the method of consolidation. So you just draw one long dividing line. So number times number. 9 times 5, 45. Press your calculator. 9 times 5 times 8. You should get a 360 on top. 360 on top. Number times number below. 6 times 15. 6 times 15 will give you a 90. Okay, the number is done. Let's look for alphabet. Down here we have A squared. We have A. Okay, so total how many A are there? A cubed. Is that okay? Down here we have B squared. Down here got B5. Whoa, total got B7. All right. Down here got C and C. Total C squared. How about the denominator? We have what? A squared here. Okay, let me write them in alphabetical order. It's easy to compare. Down here, B and B is B squared. And lastly, C squared is down here. Can you see now? You just put them side by side because it's all multiplication, right? So what do you have now? Okay, you can cancel. Number with number. 360 over 90 can divide. 360 divided by 90 is a 4. Oh, and the 4 you put it on top, and below is actually a 1. So you are actually cancelling. You are actually dividing by 90 for numerator and denominator. A squared gone. Left with 1A on top. So on top got AAA. Below got AA. You can cancel the AA. Cancel the top AA. You're left with 1A on top. B squared and B7. Cancel the B squared and you're left with 5 on top here. C squared and C squared gone. Gone. Goodbye. And you are left with the answer of 4. A, B, 5. Can you see? This is an example of what? No fractions. This is the final answer. Because this one is over 1. Can you see not? Over 1. So if it's over 1, you can don't write the over 1. All right, so fractions, right? If you combine them together, you may get something like that. It's okay. You don't have to always get a fraction. Something over something. Is that okay? Okay, so this part you understand, right? The bracket, right? If it shows like that, if like that. All right. Then there'll be a different story. That means the square is for who? The square is only for the top portion only, not for the bottom. So this one will look like what? 3 times 3 is a 9, not a 6. A times A will be a A square. B times B will be a B square over what? Over C. Can you see the difference? Alex, I don't know if you're asking this question. All right, you have to be careful. But if it's for everybody, the denominator have to take the C squared also. Cool? All right, moving on. Question 2. All right, as I say, if you need the time, extra time, all right, you can just take a quick picture. Can Okay, moving on. Question number 2. Or if you have a question to ask, you can actually go to the chat and just type what you want to say. All right, I'll try to read the question as